first Hall of Fame inductee sadly passed away last year. Mike Musick Sr. came to Lakeland in 1978 and started the Lakeland Christian Track Program the next year. At its helm, he won more state championships than any other coach in Polk County history. When asked, he'd simply say he was an ordinary guy with a lot of good athletes to work with. Drawn to the solitude of running, Musick pushed himself to compete in every track and field sport offered while in high school, except for the pole vault. He declared himself at best a mediocre athlete. Years later, Musick sought to teach in a school more in tune with his Christianity. A job interview at Lakeland Christian, he said, felt like a visit home. And I guess he liked it. He stayed for the next 42 years. With 11 state runner-up teams and 14 state championship teams to his record, Musick turned a small Christian school into an unparalleled dynamo. A few years ago, Mike Jr. took the reins of what has in many ways always been a family affair. He's here tonight to say a few words about his father.
Thank you very much. You know, any of you that might have known my dad would have gotten up here and just said thank you and walked away. And I asked him, and prior to, we were able to have some good time with him before he went to see his Savior. And I asked him, I said, what do you want me to say? Is there anything you want me to say? And he just said, say whatever comes to your mind. And I was talking to my mom today at work, and she asked if I had a speech prepared, and I didn't, because of that very fact that he said to just say whatever comes to your mind. And it's amazing when you read the little bio, and I encourage you, if you haven't, to read the little bio about him. But I asked the school, I said, because I'm not really a stats guy, I asked the school, hey, can you kind of send me some information as to how many things he had won? And he's won over 80 district runner-up, district, regional runner-up, and regional championships, 80, which is phenomenal. And that doesn't include, obviously, the state championships that he won. And really, when I talk about my dad, I want to talk about legacy. It's as he said, you know, he tried a lot of things when he was in high school. And I've got a brother and two sisters that are here who all followed in his footsteps. My brother was a state champ thrower. I was a half miler, and my sisters were hurdlers and distance runners. Well, we have produced kids that are swimmers, pole vaulters, wrestlers, throwers, cross-country runners, cheerleaders, and just recently some pistol shooting. He, as he got older, got into target shooting, and the kids love that. And that's really his legacy, right? When you take a mom and a dad, and they produce 4, and then my sister has 5. I've got 3. My other sister has 3. My brother has 1. And it's neat to sit and see how they have all followed in their parents' footsteps. We all live within a mile of each other, and it's been really neat. I mean, he's dedicated his life to teaching kids, not only in the classroom but on the field, and he did it quietly. I remember as I started helping him within the last 15 years, kind of coach, we'd go to these track and cross-country meets, and some of the kids would paint their hair blue or red or green as they're at the state tournament. And I remember one of the kids talking to Pop and said, hey, we'd like to do that. And he always said one thing that I'd like to pass on, and he always said, act like you've been here before. You know, act like you're supposed to be here. And I've tried, as my siblings have, is to pass that on to our kids. And it's a shame. You know, COVID, I think, has taken a lot. I would much rather have had him up here thanking you all. But the legacy that he leaves behind is one that's going to continue, not only at Lakeland Christian with the help of my brother and I, but with Polk County in general. He loved the area. He came from north in Pennsylvania and loved Lakeland, loved Polk County, and dedicated 40-plus years here. So I thank all of you all. Again, I wish that he could be here, but he is with his Lord and Savior. That's where he wants to be. And thank you very much. Appreciate it.